Welcome to dinner at the Roundtable Podcast with DJ John Tovar, Nelly Nell, Chris Ryder, and Bodega the DJ on the ones and twos. Your source to knowledge. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Dinner at the Roundtable. Welcome to dinner at the Roundtable Podcast with DJ John Tovar, Nelly Nell, Chris Ryder, and Bodega the DJ on the ones and twos. Your source to knowledge. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Dinner at the Roundtable.
Yeah, I am DJ John Tovar, Dinner at the Roundtable Podcast. Nelly Nell, Chris Ryder, Bodega the DJ. We got a special guest, entrepreneur Ruth. Tonight's topic is independent businesses. So, as we always start here, you know what I'm saying, Dinner at the Roundtable Podcast. We start off with current events. So what's going on? What's going on current events right now, man? Talk to me right now.
Yeah, man, current events, man. The NFL Week 2. A lot of good games went down today. We had the Giants get the business handled to them again. The Buffalo Bills put that work in on the Giants. As far as local football goes, I don't know, man. It's looking kind of like one of those a bad starting for the Giants.
What week it is right now in football?
It's week 2.
Week 2?
Yeah, week 2. I don't know, man. Eli Manning's doing his thing. It's just the offensive line is just letting the opposing team's defensive line just rock them all day. They're making bad decisions on the field when.
So who's already started off 0-1 already? Like what teams already are 0-1 so far?
Well, there's a lot of teams.
I mean, yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Out there. But as far as the Giants are 0-2 already, so.
Is that surprising or that's something that was expected?
I mean, there was high expectations for the Giants this season coming up. So let's see. I mean, it's week 2. Still got 14 more games to go.
Right.
And So today we got a special guest on the show. We got Ruth from Violas Candles.
Yes.
Violas Candle.
Yes.
Keisha pointed that
Singular,
out.
Singular, not plural. Singular.
Yeah. But man. How about you? You like football? You like football? Do you have any? No, you don't like sports at all. You're just into candles or cosmetics.
I don't follow football at all, so I couldn't even chime in if I wanted to.
Okay, great, awesome. But also on current news,
you like me though? I really don't follow football too.
Yeah. Also on current news, Revolt had this. This live show.
Yeah.
Where there was talking about. For those who don't know what Revolt is, basically a camp. It's like
it's a network.
Political awareness for like the hip hop culture. To get people of color and people who are in the hip hop culture.
Isn't the owner of that?
Huh?
Right? Did he?
He has a big stake in it, yeah. And it's all about bringing political awareness so that we can go out there and vote, because black and brown skinned people don't. They have this thing where they're anti-government or they don't like the way the government works, and then they don't really take the time out to vote or actually go out there and visit these offices where these politicians we put in office can make a difference if we actually put in that work. So if you want the proper person there representing your community or your state or the country, you have to go out there and vote. So that's the reason for Revolt. But T.I. was on there as well. He's a celebrity that's involved in political views, and he kind of made a comment to the sense of what's that girl's name? The Republican that
Candace Owens.
Yeah. So he was like, when was America great?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
And that's a very good question, because that's one thing that people who knows history will ask that same question. Like, when was America great? A country that was actually built on slavery on the backs of blacks. I mean, when you think about America being great again, who are you really talking about? Are you talking about the whole population, or are you talking about certain demographics when you say make America great again? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that you start to really think about.
Yeah.
But I think it's very informative. I mean, the summit, I think it's a good thing. It gets more people involved about, about what's going on within society, who's actually, as far as like the political system, who basically are people that are, quote unquote in charge. And I mean, it's been going on for years though, because I remember watching the Team Summit, watching BET Summit, and now they got the Revolt Summit, so that's a great thing to see. And going back what you were saying with Candace Owens, for those who are not familiar with her, she's a Trump supporter. She's a black female. And T.I., he definitely made a valid point. Like, I didn't see the whole thing, so I'm not really going to say too much about it. But from that little clip that I saw, I could definitely see where T.I. was coming from when he said, when was America great?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's like an insult when you say that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes, and in some people's eyes and opinions, yeah, for sure, I could see that.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And she was kind of stuck. She was stuck when he actually said that, and the crowd was cheering, T.I. on, and she was kind of like a little stuck with it. Like she couldn't really kind of like quickly respond to that.
Yeah, she didn't have like a proper response. Which kind of sucks in the sense.
And it's sad to see someone of color to try to make it where trying to promote that idea and make America great again as if it was really great.
I mean, some people feel like, and some people feel that Trump is doing a good job. Hey, listen, when you're the in charge, of a whole country, president or even a state, when you're a politician, some people are going to agree with your views and some are not. That's how it goes. And Donald Trump, whatever. I don't believe in his political, I'm not a fan of his, but I'm also not a hater, you know what I mean? At the same time. So he has a lot of policies in place there that are good and some that are not. I mean, black unemployment and Latino unemployment is an all-time low. And, I mean, I don't know, that makes... people from our communities feel good sometimes, and that's the reason why she was probably feeling like she wants to represent maybe not him per se, but the Republican Party in a sense.
I mean, I'm not really with politicians to begin with, though. Like, it's not even a Trump thing. It's basically a political thing to begin with. Because, I mean, understanding how it really works, where they are controlled by lobbyists, corporations that really are the ones that actually make the decisions because they rely on these lobbyists to fund their campaign. And, it's very, very difficult to really trust a politician when money's involved.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why, it's kind of like, for me at least, I'll speak from my point of view, that it puts me in a position sometimes where it's like, could I really trust this person because of what they're saying? But then again, I know the political system, how it operates, you know what I'm saying? But one politician right now is sticking out to me a lot right now. He's not even a politician anyway. He's versus actually running for the presidency. Is Andrew Yang. And the reason why he's sticking out to me, because he's saying a lot of things that I've been saying for years, though. Like things that I've been talking about for years. I mean, first of all, unemployment.
He's a politician you could relate to.
Yeah, I could definitely relate to him. And, I mean, he's saying things that again, like, you would think the average person would already know about that, but they really don't. And I mean, when you talk about the UBI, Universal Basic Income, when you talk about how people are going to be more unemployed because of automation taking over, something that we have no control over. I mean, why we're not talking about real issues that's going to really affect us in the near future, because it's a real thing, and something that I really see that we have to, trying to find a way, how are we able to change our system in order for people to actually have some way to earn a living or just to basically survive. Because again, we're not talking about these real issues. We're not really talking about the climate change, which basically is happening across the world. Like those things that I'm really concerned about. And seeing someone at least that kind of talks about those things, and in my eyes at least, it's not someone who's bought. It puts me a little more. It gives me a little bit more faith into the system.
Yeah.
But again, overall, I've always been kind of like iffy with politicals.
Well, people always vote for the candidate that makes more sense to their beliefs. Whatever they believe is right, to whatever changes they want. So the fact is, you have to just register it. Become register to vote so that you can make a difference. I mean,
I think it's very important when you do the local, right?
yeah, the local one too is very
locals
important.
are the most important because those are the ones who are
Affect your day-to-day lives.
Yes, because exactly. So being more involved in your local politicians is to me, it's more important than thinking about presidency. You know what I'm saying?
But even in that case, you're gonna vote for a candidate that kind of has the same ideologies that you are, that you're trying to implement into your community or neighborhood.
Yeah. What I don't like about the way the voting system works when it comes to like the presidency, like you really don't vote for the president. You basically vote for someone who votes for you. The electoral vote. Sorry, the popular vote does not count.
Yes, it's the electoral.
Yeah, so it's like you're not really voting.
Electoral college.
You're not really voting for the president.
Yeah.
You're basically voting for someone to vote for you.
That makes no sense to me. It's like, why? What's the point? Like,
yeah,
that's what people get discouraged in a sense, and they don't want to vote because they feel like it's not really going to make a difference. But Ruth, I'm sorry, from Viola's Candle, we have her in the building. So you can catch her on Instagram. She has her page there, Viola's Candle. She also has ViolasTribe.com where you can actually check out the product of at hand, which is the candles. She has a whole different lineup here set up. But introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Ruth Underwood. I am the creative owner of Violas Tribe Candle and Cosmetics LLC. I make 100% soy natural candles. Meant for aromatherapeutic, therapeutic purposes, and also I use my platform, which is small right now, as a way to promote mental health. Which
nice.
To me is very important, especially where I'm coming from. You don't see that too much in our community. The discussion of seeking therapy and going to a psychiatrist, that's kind of like a no-no in certain cultures. So I want to try to open that door. And also it's therapeutic to me to make candles because I get to kind of explore my own mental thoughts and how I want to progress and things like that and grow.
Good.
So we're going to talk more about your company. And for the listeners and viewers, you said LLC. Can you elaborate what that is?
Limited liability company.
Okay, so I want to say that because most people honestly don't even know what LLC is.
Yeah.
They
don't even know the basic fundamentals of how to start a company.
Yeah. No,
whether it's a small corporation, big corporation,
Absolutely.
LLC.
Yeah.
You got to get yourself educated. But Ruth,
that's the main topic tonight. Independent businesses.
Yeah, independent business. That's our main topic.
How to open up your own business, and pretty sure. Ruth already has her prior knowledge that she has her own business, and we're gonna definitely talk more in depth about that because I think it's something that needs to be heard. What is an LLC? How to actually do what? How do I apply for LLC? What do I have to do? We're gonna definitely go more in depth about that because again, we're about promoting independency here.
Yep, absolutely. So, we got kind of like into the whole politics of politic. But any thoughts you have that you perhaps maybe we can share with our audience on how you think about how the political system is working in the United States of America.
You're like me. You kind of divorce yourself.
I do have thoughts because you have made the comment that black and brown have an all-time low unemployment. We may have a low unemployment, but where are we working? Are we making a living wage where we can actually afford a place to stay?
That's a great.
And we push these numbers and these big ideas, but we really. How many people can afford rent?
That is so true.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you're saying, I'm thinking to myself, okay, when you talk about unemployment, are these people just part-time? Are these just basically temp jobs? Because, they count that as being employed, but then again, when you talk about living wages, if you're part-time, that's not a living wage. No. If you work in temp, that's not a living wage either because, you're only working for a certain time period. So that's a great point.
I think with politics, a lot of us don't ask. They give us very broad statements and
they don't get into details as far as
But then again, a lot of us, human beings, don't read. They don't care. It's a very me kind of attitude,
and very distracted too by what's going on, especially when it comes to like other stuff that has no basically need for your survival. You know what I'm saying? Like you put so much focus on certain things that has nothing to do with your survival.
So I question that whole unemployment, and when it comes to the lady who's a Black Republican, I used to be very gung-ho on people and how they, when I was in college, and what they saw and why they didn't think. I respect everybody's political point of view. I don't care if you want to make America great again or not. She should have a right to want to support President Trump. That's why we live in this great country called America. Are we all that great? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. But that's her God-given right. And to question her, it's terrible. The only thing I don't like is when people start, and I think she has done it, saying that we as Blacks and Hispanics don't have a bad, have it bad in this country. So that's when I start,
definitely.
You need to kind of back off. Like, you have it just as bad because they want to call you what you are.
Yes.
So,
1000% right. You're right about
that's all
that.
I have with that one.
Wow. And speaking about that, because again, racism is still alive and well. It is not as more explicit as it once was, but it's still alive and well. Point of example, I saw a post about what was the young lady's name that was bribing the colleges? The white woman.
It's Aunt Becky, I think it was.
Aunt
Becky, right?
That's how I know her.
So basically, she was only sentenced for 14 days for doing that. But then there was a black lady who basically, all she did was lied about her address because she was homeless in order to get her kids into a school district.
Shit.
And she was sentenced for 5 years for doing that, for lying about her address.
Wow. Yeah. The Aunt Becky was like...
to show you, systemic racism is still alive and well. Like, I mean, it's something that it's like, again, it's not that explicit as far as as it once was, but it still exists today. And we're still affected by this.
The American justice system is definitely biased.
Oh my God, without a doubt.
It's all about... unfortunately, sometimes it boggles down. Most of the time, it's more about money than anything else, but it's definitely a racist system for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you think of even like
the history of
the bail system, a person of color committed the same crime as a person who's white will get a higher bail than a white person. Same thing like getting sentenced. They'll actually get sentenced longer than a white person for committing the same crime. Walk into a bank, you have the same credit score as a white person, but the interest rate would still be higher than a person who's white.
That's crazy.
There was I forgot what the case was, but somebody had passed away, was killed, and they were suing, and there's a record of what a race, what your viability of what you would have made, a certain figure and number. So I think it was like a black male or a black female would have been like $2 million. If it was a male, it was like 3,000. But if you're white, it was a larger figure. So that's how our society is. And honestly, the civil rights movement is all stagnant. It's nobody stepping up to really stand up for us.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But at a larger scale, because there are some people who are putting in the work. But we need to be more in numbers when it comes to that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The more people we have advocating and pushing the envelope to make to have equality, the better.
No, absolutely. I mean, the powers always are in numbers. If you don't have the powers in numbers, then you can't really do anything. But like I just say that we just got to be more informed. In order to be involved, because if you're not informed, how can you be involved?
Very true.
So that's one thing that I always try to stress. But it's in the type of system we live in today's society is that people are very distracted with a lot of things that they just don't really pay attention to. They don't really understand what's going on. But, that's really
and it's always good to do your own homework too, because you want to get informed, but that you don't want to be disinformed or misinformed. So you definitely want to go out there and do your own homework and do your own research, and definitely find out the proper outlets, man, to get stuff done.
Yeah.
You have to, because you get misguided easily, especially when it comes to somebody who's advocating for something that you probably think they're they're doing the right thing, but they actually have a shady background, and or doing something shady behind the scenes. So if you don't really research the person or whoever it is, or whatever it is that you're trying to stand behind, it might distort you later on. It's very important to do that.
You're right about that.
Do your own homework, yeah.
But again, it's like, we have to really educate ourselves. We got to take ownership of our own learning. That's
why. That's what I said, that, you have to go out there and do your own homework. You can't let them only inform you. You have to inform yourself about stuff,
We're conditioned into thinking that if someone of an authority says something, it's so. So we believe them already because we're conditioned to basically think that way since growing up.
Yeah.
But we gotta question everything. We can't just accept everything and just seem as if whatever that person says is so.
Yeah, you're
we
right.
gotta question everything, and then we gotta break out of that mentality.
Yeah.
But we're a society of sheep.
Yes, we are. I mean, that's just a harsh reality.
Yeah.
Very true.
Society of sheep, so.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're gonna take a short break, though. We're gonna take a short break.
Yeah.
Independent businesses. With our guest, entrepreneurial Ruth. So
from
we'll be back
Candle.
about yes. We're gonna get more in depth about that. So we'll be back about 5 minutes? Quick 5-minute break. All right. So just make sure you tune in back to the Roundtable Podcast.
Speaker.com, live audio. Tune in.
GG, we're back. We're at the Roundtable Podcast each and every Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Tonight's topic is independent businesses. With our special guest, entrepreneur Ruth. She get a little brief introduction before, but can you give us a full introduction of yourself and how you started your company, and etc.?
My name is Ruth Underwood. My company name is Violas Tribe Candle in Cosmetics LLC. I started my company trying to figure out a hobby after I lost my job so that I could stay sober at that time. And also basically try to find some type of income as well.
Okay.
So what year did you initially launch your company?
I launched this year.
Oh, this year! Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're like a new, like a new business. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely like the products. We have some here available. I know that you have you have certain candles, like you have the names for certain scents, right? So here we have the Florida Dream, right?
Yes.
Which is it was great. Like I smelled it. It smells great. Awesome.
So that was one of the first candles that I came up with in trying to make my company different. Like I'm trying to a selling point of making candles that were different, and so it's like one of my growing pains, but I liked it, and it's been popular.
So how long does it take you to actually create these candles?
I can make about 6 of these bowls or this mason jar. It takes about 2 hours to make them in total.
So 2 hours to make 6 jars.
Candles, yeah.
Wow. So that's a long time. Like I mean, so you put a lot of work into create your product, and you say that when you make these products, like what it consists of, like what do you actually do?
They are 100% soy, and there are chemical, phosphate-free fragrance in it. So
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's candles are a very great way to like I guess change the atmosphere and the aroma in a place. Like I've always felt like whenever I light up a candle, it kind of like cleanses the environment that I'm in at the current moment, and it's a great way to like get yourself into like a good place, good vibe, and and feel comfortable with what's going on in your current life at the moment, Yes, so that's how I feel when I light up a candle.
Especially if you want to be romantic.
Romantic too. Candles
can definitely work.
Yeah. Candles are always linked to love.
Aromas can help with your mood, how you feel. A scent connect also memory. So lavender is a scent that helps calm down anxiety.
Okay.
Vanilla does too, and rose does as well.
That is so true. You just said that, and it just hit me right now. When I was in college, the way I would study, I would have a certain scent on me. And then when I take the exam, I would have that same scent. to help me with the exam.
Yeah.
Wow. That just hit me right now.
Yeah,
I used to do that.
It's a good way.
Oh my God.
It's a great strategy.
Wow.
It's a great strategy for focus.
Amazing.
For sure.
Yes.
It's a great strategy for focus, and it's a great way to get yourself in tune. But you also have here the good man. So the good man. So what is what do the inspiration to the names, right? Where do those come from? Like, where do you get the creativity?
To name them?
Yeah.
So great man is, to me, it smells masculine.
Like a great man?
It smells very masculine. So that's sandalwood and cranberry wood, and it just smelled really masculine. So a part of me and my company's journey, even though it's small, is learning how to make things that are particularly focused on what I like or what other people like, and trying to open up the market.
Nice.
So Great Man is one of those, and also I advertise that as a candle that's good for the bathroom because it just clears out everything. So
Really?
that's one. Sandalwood. A lot of people like musk smells. I don't like it, but that it's not a bad smelling candle. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Florida Dream, when I smelled it, it was like it gave me like a field of like I actually felt like the Florida in it. You know what I mean? Like, it smelled like kind of palm tree, like kind of like tropical. You know, sense. I don't know. That's how it smelled to me. So the name actually sticks to like the scent. Yeah. So
it's citrus and
and
lavender.
Yeah. So and Florida's known for what? Florida's known for their oranges.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's
it's true.
So that's what I said when I took and I smelled that. I was like, wow, it smells like Florida. That's what it said.
Wow.
So so it's a great concept. I love it.
So you say this is particularly for the bathroom, right?
Well, this one.
Good
that
man.
one
Okay,
is
that's a
citrus
different one.
and
That's
sage
okay.
over there.
Which
Yeah.
which one is that one up there? That's
That's citrus and sage.
okay.
Oh, okay, different flavors. Okay, got it. Different scent. Okay, so like for this right here, what you recommend? Like what type of room that would be like considered for?
That's good for every room. Calm
Every
and
room?
cleanse.
Okay.
That's really. I would like to say that it's a personal candle. Like I said, lavender is a good candle. Lavender is a good scent for calming down anxiety, calming you, making you feel relaxed. So your own personal space, which can be any place in the house, that's what I would recommend that for, to calm you down and also cleanse, because sage is a cleansing type of thing. So I recommend that for your own.
Sage is good for like getting rid of like bad spirits too.
Correct.
So it's good. It brings like positive energy. It's pretty awesome. It's really awesome.
And also you have vanilla and sage, which I have to thank. This is a guy I follow who I need to meet, but he gave me the idea for a custom candle, which was vanilla and sage. It's Rush Fitness, dope guy. And that's his IG, the vanilla and sage, which smells so good. I know you didn't take off the top to smell it, but it smells
So this
good.
one right here you're talking about, right?
That was an inspiration from a customer that had
let me smell
never
this right
met
now.
me, but had so much faith in me to send me money, and I sent him his candle.
I love the
really?
Yes.
I love the strawberry banana one for our listeners. We can't really see the products visually. They actually do smell good, and I want to smell good strawberry banana. That's actually one that I would like to take home today. Actually, so ViolasTribe.com. That's where you can find the products. Correct?
Spell it out for people that are listening.
VIOLAS Tribe TRIBE.com. Right? Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they can find the products. And I was taking a look at the actual site, and it's pretty affordable. Just like the slogan says, affordable self-care,
Yes.
Nice.
which is you standing by that. So I like that. So it's a natural product, and it's great to have something that's affordable.
Yes.
And if you do advertise that, then that it actually is affordable. So when I went to the site, I definitely thought it had great price points.
Thank you.
But that's good though. I mean, doing a business though, you want to make it where at least people are able to buy it, right? Make it affordable. But once it becomes popular, I mean, it's all about like open up a business. You want to make it where people are able to afford to buy it.
Yeah, you want something
But
buyable.
also give a good quality. And right now, sorry, smelling this right now. This is great quality right now.
Thank you.
And I have a question though. Like, how long would this last? Like when it comes to like.
It lasts a long time. It's a good investment.
Like how long? That's just
about 50 hours. Wow. It lasts a very long time. Soy is known to burn for a very long time.
Wow.
So I have people who bought candles when I first started. And
so just keeping it like, wow, 50 hours.
It takes a long time. It could be, I've had people who contact me, like they'll have a whole month with the candle or more, and they burn candles constantly, and it takes a while for them to contact me to get some more.
Because I would love to go to sleep with this kind of scent.
Now, I don't recommend you sleeping with candles.
Really? What?
Hey, that's a fire hazard, man.
Really?
Yeah.
This owner who makes candles, I can't recommend
my God.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's a fire hazard, bro.
Okay, well...
I mean, you could try it.
I've done it before, but...
you might burn in the process.
Oh, my gosh. I just gave bad advice right now.
But we have the candle. She's a candle expert, so she can tell you the do and do not.
No, absolutely. I'll take your word. Trust me on that. So I'll definitely take your word on that.
What's, like, one of the, like... I know there's a certain... Like, when I got into the whole candle game, I went to a local shop that sells, like, scented candles. And, there was, like, a basic 101 on how to turn them off. And you're not supposed to, like, blow it. You're supposed to, like, cover it with something.
They have a sniffer, George. It's, I do see people
It's
sell
a tool, right? Like a little tool.
It's a little tool that's, like, a little bell.
Oh, really? So you're not supposed to really blow it?
I blow mine out. I do that.
Okay. I'm thinking about blowing a candle for your birthday. Like,
yeah.
Typical thing you do, but I didn't know that you have to go, like, it's a special way to do it.
It's
best to just... way to upsell you.
Business.
Yeah.
You should trim your wicks every time you do burn it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because and then another thing, they fire needs air to breathe, right, in order to stay on. So you cover it, like you say this one, right, the strawberry and banana is in a mason jar, right. You can just literally put the top over it, and that'll turn off the fire because it doesn't have air, it doesn't have oxygen
put it out,
to breathe. Yeah. So fire needs oxygen to breathe too, just like us.
Definitely. Wow.
So yes, it's great. I like that vanilla and sage one too. It smells real good.
Thank you.
Real good, real good.
So they're both this one are the same, right?
No, this is strawberry banana.
No, this one right here I'm talking about. This one is
strawberry banana, vanilla and sage.
Okay.
Yeah, I just said it. This is vanilla and strawberry and banana.
No,
and that's the vanilla and
I think you
sage.
smell the same thing I smelled.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Wow.
You're not.
So let me ask you this. I mean, price range, though, right? Now that we're here talking about it, like, how does it vary though with the price? Like, just to.
Well, the mason jars are $20.
Okay.
The bowls are $20.
Okay.
And the brown glasses, which are kind of phasing out because I can't find them no more, those are $12.
Okay.
I do have small tin cans and 4 ounces. I'm sorry, it's 6 ounces. Those are $8.
Okay.
So I try to make a candle or.
But you know what? That is very affordable, and especially knowing the work you put in. Like you just said right now, it takes up 2 hours to make up 6 candles.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. When I created the company, I created with the mindset of I want the common working class person to be able to afford something that is luxurious.
Wow.
Yeah. That's great. No, that's great because
that is awesome.
I mean, given all the efforts you put into the product and you're still able to make it affordable to people, that's great. And I think that as a consumer, I always look for a bargain.
Most people do, yeah.
Yeah, and if I see something that's like for instance, I know your candles you do with love and with passion. It gives me more of an incentive to buy because I know that you're actually doing it on your own, and you're actually taking out your time to put in the work, and it's great. That motivates me to want to buy it because I'm like, wow, it's great what she's doing.
Thank you.
So I want to ask you a question. When you first started your company, did you already know what you? I mean, as far as like making candles, though, you already had prior knowledge of knowing how to make candles, or was something you had to like research on your own and see how I do it? Okay, so how long did it take you to actually do, to understand how to?
A few months. I binge watched YouTube.
YouTube University, I call it.
I put a lot of my focus on YouTube. I joined a Facebook group that's geared towards candle making advanced and beginners.
Okay, wow.
And read some of their posts about it.
Yeah.
I would make candles and give it to my friend. And have her, because she likes candles a lot. and have her test them out. I would go on YouTube and see where I can source product from, because at first I started at Hobby Lobby with wax and research different kind of wax and what they do and what direction I would go in. So it was a very I binge watched, and I had no job, so I had the time to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's great that you took out time, to actually get to the roots of how to start a candle, and it takes dedication and.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And it kind of ties in with our main
motivation
topic,
too.
Independent businesses, right?
Yes.
So how did you start your business though? Like what was the process?
So yeah. I mean, Viola. That's when I'll say so when I finally met you in person. Hey, Viola, Viola is not my name. It's just that the company's name, Viola. So what's the story to that?
So Viola is my grandmother.
Okay.
She is 94 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She is a strong woman. So Viola Tribe represents my family. She's
wow.
the oldest person in my family.
Okay.
On my mom's side. And we're all the tribe. So it starts off with strength. And that was the idea behind it, is starting off with strength. A strong woman's name. And that's where I came up with the name.
Nice.
But people call me Viola because of that.
Because most people, they associate you with the company's name.
Yes.
Automatically, without knowing you personally.
Correct. But that's fine. That's cool.
That's great.
That's a strong person in my life who still has my artwork up from when I was 5 years old.
Wow, that's great.
Wow.
And it looks awful.
So that's great. I mean, you're honoring your grandmother like that is awesome. That's great, and
Definitely. So when it came down breaking down the business though, how did you start up your business though? Just kind of inform people who want to basically open up their own businesses. How did you get started though?
So because I knew I was going into candles, I wanted to make something that was because it is anything you go into that deals with fire or even any kind of care. I wanted to make sure I was protected, so that's why I chose the LLC.
Mm-hmm.
And explain that what that is. I mean, limited
liability company.
Limited liability.
And what that means, just in case you get.
Basically, I just put my company under a separate entity that's not me. It's me, but it's not me. It has its own separate tax ID number, file, and everything. It's attached to me, but it's not me. It's separate.
Right.
Which is the safest way to do it, I think, in my perspective. I mean, you don't if something was to happen legally, the company gets sued, not you personally. So your assets, your personal assets, are not touched. Yes, correct. But you still have to abide by certain regulations, like any other company. But I think it's the safest way.
Yes.
That's why it's called limited liability, because you're just liable, to a certain, personally you're liable to a certain extent.
I mean, you could do doing business as incorporated, non-for-profit.
Yeah.
Right.
There's so many possibilities with what you can do. And it's good to really do. I'll admit, I really didn't do a lot of research. I just was like, okay, this is what I want to do, and focused on that. But if you're starting a business, you can start it off as slow as possible, as slow as you want, and look at what is right for you and your company.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's very true. What is right for you?
For our listeners that are in the New York State area, you can just visit the NYC.gov.
Yes.
There's links there to how to start your own
they definitely inform
company and the process, like the paperwork. So
yes.
for those who are interested in becoming an entrepreneur, like Ruth here, you can definitely find information. It's all about getting well informed and making sure that you, like you said, you have to pick out what's more convenient for the type of business that you're trying to do.
Yes.
You have S corp, C corps, right?
Doing business
LLC.
as sole proprietor.
Yeah, sole proprietor.
There's so many. The possibilities are endless when it comes to it, and it works. But this, you do have to make sure you file your taxes.
Yes, yeah.
That's one thing that people don't tell you, but you do have to make sure.
If you're making revenue, yes, for sure, yeah, yeah.
So, to our listeners, right? Going back with the process though, the application process, the money. I mean, but I know it varies with different people though. But for you, for your personal experience though, how was that for you though, when you started? Yeah.
I had taken out a loan against my pension.
Okay.
And I had looked and seen like what I can do, how can I get things in bulk, and that's how I started.
Got it.
You know, I kind of took a gamble on myself and not knew where it was going to go.
That's the best. That's the best gamble to take. A gamble on yourself. You know.
Wow.
I mean, you gotta take a risk. It's the only way you're gonna actually blossom. You know, you have to have that strength to say, hey, I could do it on my own. You know.
Well, yeah, you gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah, you have to. You have to believe in your, follow your dreams, believe in your dream, and have the strength to continue to spread it.
I mean, I will not sit here and lie and say that there's not moments where I feel discouraged. I think for any normal human being who is an entrepreneur, you do have moments of feeling discouraged, and you have moments where you don't want to do it anymore. And it's really how you continue to push yourself and who you surround yourself with.
Yes, that's a big thing.
So,
absolutely,
absolutely. Right there, who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I know you got a team that kind of like supports you. Here in the studio audience right now.
Yes.
So that's great. Hey, next you probably have a team of 10, but it's great that you have that support. It's always great to have support like that. What is your role in Violas Tribe?
You don't hear about we got a studio audience member right now.
I just
we gotta get on the mic though, so we can hear you.
You're the transport.
yeah, pretty much transport whenever she needs help, kind of like stirring the pots for the kids.
Okay.
Okay.
But sometimes if she's got two different scents going at once, to kind of keep the temperature even so that she doesn't have to heat it up again.
Nice.
Come down to help me, and I'll come and help her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great. So for our listeners, they couldn't really hear that because our friend here, what's your name again? Pablo's in the background, but he's basically the assistant to the candle making process.
The assistant. I have so many people that's helped me out in this process.
Okay.
That
that's cool.
I am forever grateful.
Wow. You have to be.
In every role that somebody has encouraged me.
Yes.
You know, even with words of encouragement or purchasing that support right off the back. And as a small business owner, we need that.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But it's great that he can stir the pot for you, you know.
he does.
And the mason jars and all that.
Help with. I'm bad at, and that's one thing with business. I'm good at creating the candles. I'm bad at packing. I'm bad at logistics.
Right.
So.
Well, there you go. You gotta have a team, you know, and that's great to have support like that and have people who are always willing to put in the work to help your ideas move forward. Yeah, for sure. But wow, man. So the first year launching, how has it been? Like the first year?
6 months, really, right? Technically,
you started this
6 months in March. I started in March. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It has had its ups and downs.
Yeah.
I'm human, but it's been really awesome because to make your own money is one of the best feelings that I can ever have felt.
Yes.
Also, meeting people and meeting women of color who are also opening business like Keisha. It's awesome to see us winning and also to tell people who want to come in like my hiccups and my bumps because I'm still learning, but I don't want to see anybody failing and trying to build a communal sense with other people of color.
Yes.
Where we can purchase. We are good in numbers. There's no competition. So that's been one of the best things I've had in networking and meeting people, especially with the platform of mental health. And wellness. That is so important to me.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like, hey, the first year is the hardest year. So this is you're on your first year. So you got 6 months out basically, and now in March, right?
Yes.
So let's see. I mean, gotta keep pushing.
I'm pushing.
What's good about it that you enjoy what you do, though?
I enjoy it. I mean, I get frustrated, like any, but I enjoy it immensely. I enjoy making my money. My whole goal is to never be, after losing my job, to never be a slave to a corporation again.